So these characters have been brought back to life for nearly 10 years. And I mean, they're wonderful outsiders. Can you give advice to those of us who are in real life struggling to fit in and be like everyone else? So we'll just take turns answering these. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, I think being yourself is the coolest thing you could be. We're not meant to be the same. I think that's what we should remind ourselves, that we are cool just the way that we are, even if you're like me and you're not cool. You think you're cool. It's great.
And I think you're very cool, which just proves the point even further that everyone thinks different things, and that's okay and wonderful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. If the monstrification ray was real, what monster from film history would you want to become?
Oh, film history, Alice in Wonderland. I would love to get lost in my mind.
It's supposed to more be like a monster from film history.
Oh.
It was a great answer, though.
From this movie or just every monster?
Like, everybody has said Godzilla so far. Actually, it would be funny if you want to say that one, too. Whatever makes sense. Like Dracula or whatever.
I was going to say Godzilla.
You are? Perfect.
Oh.
Say it.
I mean, for me... Sorry, no, Selena. No, Selena, go.
Oh, I think I'd want to be King Kong.
Ah, and I would want to be Godzilla so we could have a big fight in the middle of the earth.
Yes.
Fabulous. This film really flips the script on a lot of fan favorite characters. How much were you aware of what the new character designs would look like when you were going in to voice your roles? Well,
it was super exciting. I remember when I got the script, it was exciting to imagine what it would look like, but it's not anything that I thought. So it was really funny to see what they did. I loved it. I thought it was so creative. It's so different. And I think it's a take on your favorite monsters. It's totally different.
Yeah, and I hadn't seen anything until my first record session, but I knew there was going to be some transforming. I just assumed we were all going to turn into cars because that's what Transformers usually do in movies. But no such luck.
Awesome. Can you tell us what Hotel Transylvania Transformania is all about?
So this time around, we are getting into more shenanigans. But basically, Drac is thinking about retiring and giving the hotel to Mavis and Johnny. And Mavis overhears this, and with absolute excitement, she tells Johnny, and they're both ready to do it. Well, of course, Drac's worried about Johnny and doesn't know if his wackiness is good for his hotel. And now you see a journey of Johnny wanting to fit in and doing anything he can to do that. And, he gets transformed, and it's pretty crazy. And it just reminds everybody that it's okay to be different, and you should embrace each other for that.
Wonderful. Same question, but she did so well.
Oh, no, I thought she handled it. I just relaxed.
You could do a shortened version of that because that was awesome.
So Johnny thinks that the only way for him and Mavis to inherit the hotel from Dracula, who wants to retire, is if he's a monster, because Dracula gets cold feet and tells him that's why he can't give it to him. So Johnny seeks out Van Helsing, who has a monstrification ray somewhere hidden in his massive trove of weird stuff, and does in fact get turned into a monster, and by accident Drac gets undracified and turned into a regular human. So the dynamic you've seen play between them for the first 3 movies gets flipped on its head.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now we're doing the exact same thing, but tell me the plot of the movie in 10 seconds. So it's like, ready, set, go. This happens, and this happens, this happens. Ta-da.
Oh my God. Okay. Hotel Transylvania 4 is about embracing your uniqueness and embracing family, no matter what they look like, and enjoying each other and trusting each other.
Fabulous.
Me too?
Yes,
Can I
please.
do it too? Okay.
Yeah.
In this Hotel Transylvania, Johnny gets turned into a monster, Drac gets turned into a human, and they both have to figure out a way to get switched back so Johnny and Mavis can inherit the hotel.
Amazing. And then lastly, Describe Hotel Transylvania with 3 adjectives. So just pick 3 words.
You go first, Andy.
Monstery, hilarious, naked.
I would say wacky, fun, and
QAnon.
a little weird. A little weird.
Not QAnon?
No.
Mackenzie, why?
Not use that. Okay, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And we're all set. Thank you guys so much for doing this. Have a great
Of course. Thank you.
These characters have been brought to life for nearly 10 years, and they're wonderful outsiders. What advice do you have for those who in real life are struggling to fit in and be like everyone else?
Well, I've always tried to fit in and be like everyone else, but I guess you're not supposed to. So I would say it pays off ultimately to kind of just be yourself because it's easier. I was always trying to be like other people and doing this and that, and people can figure that out. If you're just yourself, sometimes people will come to you. And if they don't, maybe that's okay too.
Okay, cool.
Too heavy of an answer for you?
Maybe that's okay too. Those people are just not right for you. If the monsterification ray was real, what monster from film history would you want to become?
Oh, if I could be any monster with the ray, I sort of like Godzilla, the old version. He's a little clumsy. You definitely need insurance when he's around because he literally breaks everything. But he seems like a good guy, in a bad situation. And Godzilla's pretty strong and he has fire. So yeah, I'll take Godzilla.
Nice.
You like how I just pick one?
That's perfect. You're great. Yeah. This film really flips the script on a lot of fan favorite characters. How much were you aware of what the new character designs would look like when you were doing the voice? So what you were going to look like?
Well, I didn't really know what everyone was going to look like. And then as you do the voices, it progresses. You see stick figures, then you see more, then you see animation. Then it gets very real, like it's going to be in the movie. And I'm like, oh, because of course I only focused on mine, but when it was nothing like what I thought Griffin would look like. And I don't even know what I thought he looked like. I just was like, this is pretty crazy and hilarious. Big, goofy, doofy guy that I guess I was expecting Prince Harry or something, but it makes it's way funnier the way they drew it. I liked it.
All right. So what advice do you have for those who in real life are struggling to fit in and be like everyone else?
I think in regard to fitting in, the best thing you can do is really be true to yourself and then find people who accept you for who you are, the good and the bad, so that they accept you for who you are all the time. And that might be only one other person, but that's better. That's better than putting a lot of energy into pretending to be something that you're not, or trying to fit somebody else's expectations. And that would be my advice.
Perfect. So this one is, if the monsterification ray was real, what monster from film history would you want to turn into?
What monster from film history would I want to turn into if the monsterification? I'm a big Godzilla fan. So I would probably want to be turned into Godzilla. I hope nobody else answered that answer.
David Spade, just now.
Is that?
David Spade just now.
David Spade just now. Okay.
I actually love that. I think it's great.
But I mean, it definitely would be Godzilla. Godzilla is my boy.
This film really flips the script on a lot of fan favorite characters. So did you know as you were voicing your character what you were going to look like? And what was the reveal?
I eventually found out when they sent me, pictures of what Murray the Mummy would look like without all of his wrapping. And I was surprised. I was pleasantly surprised, but I was still surprised. It was really interesting to watch because he was smaller than I thought he'd be. And he was way, way shorter than I thought he'd be. But he had these funny jowls, and the jowls cracked me up. And I'm like, oh, that'll be something maybe I can work with the voice with regard to how he looked. So it was a real surprising thing and a lot of fun and exciting to go, okay, so what's he going to sound like without the rapping on him? And so that was fun.
That's awesome. Okay, so then this one is just, can you tell us the plot of the movie? Like what it's all about?
Oh God, can I tell you the plot of the movie? Hold on.
Do you want me to put it in the chat? I can give you a little synopsis.
That might be
helpful. Hold
on, here we go. Hold on, let's see if I can do this. Okay, here we go. You can see me, right?
Yeah, you're doing great.
The plot of the movie is that Drac and his friends are living their life as usual, and Jim Gaffigan's character, which is Van Helsing, he has this invention called a monsterification ray, and it goes haywire and it backfires. And what happens is all of Drac and his friends are turned into humans. So all of Drac and his friends are turned into humans. And then the ray hits Johnny, and Johnny, Mavis's now husband, turns into a monster. And so now everybody's kind of mixed matched and they don't know what to do. And so they have to figure out how to switch themselves back. And so that's basically the plot of the story. And they don't have much time, because if they don't figure out how to switch themselves back, they'll all stay the way they are. And that's basically the plot. It's very exciting.
Okay, so now you're going to do that all over again, but in 10 seconds. So it's like, okay, plot of the movie is this happens, and
gotcha.
this happens. So I'm just going to go, ready, set, go. And then I'm going to tell you.
Okay, gotcha.
Ready?
All right.
Here we go. Mm-hmm. Ready, set,
yeah, I'm
go.
Ready. Drac and his friends get turned into humans, and then Johnny gets turned into a monster, and they all try to figure out how to turn back, but they better get it done quick or they'll stay the way they are.
Amazing. Okay, then 3 adjectives that describe the movie.
Adventurous, completely weird, and heartfelt. That was 4 words.
Done. Fabulous. Well, with me. You'll get more people. All right.
Thanks,
thank you so much. That was great.
Take care.
Thanks, Mackenzie.
Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and comment on the video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when new videos are released.